Okay, ready to take a peek into the future? We're going on a deep dive into the world of toys. But not just the toys that are hot right now. We're talking about the trends that are going to shape what we see in toy boxes in 2024 and beyond.
You know, it's funny because on the one hand, there's this big push towards mindful consumption, especially among younger generations.
Right.
But at the same time, the toy industry is expected to keep growing. So there's this interesting tension there.
Yeah, so it's this push and pull between these two forces.
Exactly. And it's pushing toy makers to think differently.
To be more innovative, more creative.
Exactly. So it's not just about what kids will be playing with, but also how these bigger global trends, even economic shifts, are going to be affecting the toy industry.
So it's like the toys are becoming like a microcosm of what's happening in the world at large.
Absolutely. It's fascinating. So some of the big trends we're seeing, sustainability is huge.
Okay, yeah.
But it's not just about making toys from recycled materials anymore. Consumers are looking for durability, longevity. They want toys that can be passed down.
It's like a return to those classic toys, the ones that could withstand anything.
Exactly. Toys that can be heirlooms, almost.
Yeah.
And it really ties into that underconsumption idea, investing in fewer, higher quality items.
Okay, I like that.
And then there's this focus on what's being called vitamin play. Toys that promote physical activity, social emotional learning, those important cognitive skills.
So it's like sneaking in education while you play.
Yeah, exactly. It's about making sure that play isn't just fun, but it's also beneficial for a child's development in a holistic way.
I love that.
And then, are you ready for this? Get ready for a touch of the eerie.
Ooh, spooky.
Yes. Eerie enchantment is trending. So toys that play into those mystical and supernatural themes, ghosts, witches, fantasy creatures, all that.
So all those things I was into as a kid are now trendy.
Oh.
I can get behind that.
It's like the popularity of Wednesday, that whole vibe, and of course the enduring love for Harry Potter. It's all making its way into toys.
Makes sense.
And then, of course, we have to talk about anime.
Oh, yeah. Anime is huge.
It's gone from a niche interest to a global phenomenon, and the toy industry is definitely taking notice.
Right. And it's not just about the collectible figures anymore.
No, it's so much more than that. Anime's aesthetic, the storytelling, it's influencing everything. Game design, plush toys, you name it.
It's a whole new world of inspiration for toy makers.
Exactly. And we can't forget about the kidult.
Oh, yeah. Adults buying toys for themselves.
It's a huge market now. Nostalgia plays a part, of course, but it's also about stress relief, collecting, just the pure joy of playing.
Toys are like that bridge between generations.
I love that. That's a great way to put it.
Connecting us to our past, right? But also embracing the present. And speaking of the present, we have to talk about technology.
Oh, absolutely. Technology is completely changing how toys are designed. AI, AR, all these incredible new applications.
It's exciting, but a little scary too, right?
Exactly. There are definitely some concerns, like how can technology enhance play without, taking away from creativity and imagination?
Right. We don't want kids just passively consuming content.
That's the big question toy makers are grappling with, finding that balance.
Yeah. It's a tricky one. So what are some things parents should look out for when it comes to tech toys?
Data privacy is huge. Some of these toys have microphones, cameras, so you really want to understand what data they're collecting, how it's being used.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And what about the impact on child development?
One concern is that technology could become a crutch, hindering things like problem solving and critical thinking.
Right.
So it's all about choosing tech toys that encourage active engagement, creativity, not just passive consumption.
Finding that balance again.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that brings us back to that underconsumption core trend. Can a toy be high-tech and still feel like a worthwhile, long-lasting investment? That's the challenge.
That's the million-dollar question.
It is. Toy makers are really having to rethink what a toy can be. Will we see toys that are both high-tech and durable, or will technology become more about creating experiences rather than physical objects?
So many possibilities.
It's a fascinating time to be watching the toy industry.
It is. Okay, so we've talked about these big overarching trends, but let's get down to specifics.
Let's dive into some real-world examples of how these trends are playing out. Let's start with sustainability. There are some companies doing really incredible things.
I am all ears. Who's leading the charge?
Well, Melissa and Doug, they're kind of the gold standard when it comes to quality and durability.
Oh, yeah. Their wooden toys are classics.
Exactly. And they're not just resting on their laurels, they're constantly innovating. Like they've started using FSC certified wood.
Okay, so that means...
It means the wood comes from responsibly managed forests, so they're being mindful of the environment.
That's great. So they're not just making toys that are good for kids, but good for the planet, too.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's this European company, Babao and Friends. Their wooden toys were all about creating a storytelling experience for kids.
Oh, I like that.
And their packaging is designed to be part of the play. So it's not just something you throw away. It becomes part of the fun.
That's a really cool idea. Okay, what else?
Miniland, they're known for their inclusive dolls, representing different ethnicities and abilities.
Yes, inclusivity in toys is so important.
Absolutely. And they're introducing a wooden wheelchair this year that's compatible with all their dolls.
Wow, that's fantastic. It's normalizing differences, showing kids that everyone can be included.
And it's not just doll companies. Even classic board games are getting a sustainable makeover, like Settlers of Catan.
Ooh, Catan. My family loves that game. We get pretty competitive.
Well, Catan's getting a sustainability update with a new version called Catan, New Energy.
New energy. Okay, tell me more.
It's all about making choices between clean energy and fossil fuels. The English edition is actually being printed and assembled in the U.S. using sustainable wood and paper sources and no plastic components.
Okay, that's really impressive. It's sneaking in education about sustainability while you play.
Exactly. It's a really smart way to do it. And then there's Playmobiles celebrating their 50th anniversary this year.
Wow, 50 years. That's amazing.
Right. And to mark the occasion, they're making a big commitment to sustainability. They're converting their entire toddler line to be made with plastics that are at least 90% plant-based.
Oh, wow, that's huge.
They're also updating the look and name of their toddler line. It's now called Playmobil Junior.
Oh, I like that. It feels more modern.
And then there's step 2, those super durable toy storage boxes.
Oh, yeah.
They're releasing a new storage box that's made from a mix of wood and plastic. Even more durable and long-lasting.
Durability is key, right? The longer a toy lasts, the less likely it is to end up in a landfill.
Exactly. And Gridley Games is launching a new line of water toys called Bobby. They're made from sustainably designed materials, and get this, it's 3 boats in one.
3 boats in one, that's genius.
Right. Kids can explore different boat configurations, so it encourages problem solving and creativity.
Oh, I love that. Okay, so we've got sustainable building toys, water toys. What about educational toys?
Learning resources, they've been making durable educational toys for years, and they're introducing a new line this year made from recycled materials.
Okay, so combining education and sustainability, what kind of toys are we talking about?
One of their new products is called the Growing Greenhouse Color and Number Playset.
Okay, what is that?
It's this adorable little greenhouse where kids can plant flowers and they can learn about colors, numbers, and counting.
Oh, that's so cute. It's like a miniature garden.
It is. And it's a perfect example of how you can sneak in some learning while kids are playing and also help them develop a love for nature.
Yeah. Okay, so we've covered sustainable toys, educational toys. What other fun stuff is out there?
Arts and crafts are making a big comeback.
Oh, yeah. I could see that.
There's something so satisfying about creating something with your own hands.
Definitely. That sense of accomplishment,
Right.
seeing something you imagine come to life. Plus, it's great for developing fine motor skills.
Exactly. And speaking of trends, remember lava lamps?
Oh, yeah. I had one in my room growing up. Totally mesmerizing.
They're back, but with a DIY twist, Channel Craft is releasing a kit that lets kids create their own lava lamps.
Whoa, seriously. That's amazing.
Kids get to choose the colors, add glitter and sparkles, even decorate the outside of the lamp.
That is so cool. It's like the perfect blend of art and science.
And it taps into that whole maker movement that's so popular right now. Kids want those hands-on experiences.
I love it. Okay, I'm definitely adding that to my gift list. But you know what else is making a comeback? Remember we talked about eerie enchantment?
Oh, yeah, that spooky and mystical vibe.
So how is that playing out in toys?
Well, think about Wednesday and that whole gothic supernatural vibe.
Oh, yeah.
It's about mystery, adventure, maybe solving a spooky mystery or exploring a haunted house, that kind of thing.
I see.
Like Advocates Brands is taking crime-solving gameplay to a whole new level with their Cold Case VR kit.
Wait, a virtual reality crime scene? Tell me more.
It's designed for multiple players, and you're thrown right into a cold case murder mystery. You examine evidence, hack into CCTV footage, you even explore crime scenes in 360-degree virtual reality.
That sounds intense.
It is. It's all about immersing kids in that world of mystery and suspense, giving them the tools to crack the case.
So it's like their own episode of CSI, but without the, actual dead bodies.
Exactly. And then, for younger spooky fans, Goliath is coming out with this adorable interactive pet called Axolot.
Wait, an axolotl? Those little salamanders?
Yeah, the ones that look like they're smiling. They have that mystical vibe, don't they? They're real, but they look fantastical.
I see what you mean. So how is it a toy?
The toy axolotl has this squishy body, perfect for sensory play. And get this, it has a water-activated light-up feature. Yeah. You dunk them in water, and their hearts light up as they float to the surface.
That's adorable.
Right. It's like magic, but with science.
And speaking of magic, we can't forget about Harry Potter.
Of course. Harry Potter is the ultimate spooky but not too spooky franchise. And Lego is releasing this amazing new Harry Potter sorting hat.
A Lego sorting hat. Okay, I'm intrigued. What's so special about it?
It's not just a Lego creation. You actually tip the top of the hat or put it on your head and it speaks.
No way. It actually says the Hogwarts houses.
Yes. It has 31 different randomized sound combinations, so it's like having your own miniature sorting ceremony.
Oh my gosh, that is so cool.
It's the perfect blend of Lego building and the magic of Harry Potter.
I can totally see kids lining up to try this on. Okay, so you've got a VR crime scene, a magical axolotl, a talking sorting hat. What other spooky surprises are in store?
Wow, W Stuff is releasing this mystical toy called the Watopia Wishing Well.
A wishing well. That sounds so whimsical and enchanting.
It is, and it's actually designed to promote positivity and encourage kids to believe in the power of their wishes.
Okay, so how does it work? Does a little genie pop out?
No, not quite.
Okay.
It comes with a wearable pendant that kids place in the well, and then they add these different wish concoctions to it.
Wish concoctions? What are those?
Right, it's so creative, and the well actually recognizes the different elements being added, whether it's courage, good luck, friendship, positivity, whatever.
Wow.
And then the pendant changes color to match the wish that's been granted.
It's amazing. It's like their own little ritual for feeling empowered and optimistic.
Exactly. It's all about that magic of make-believe and encouraging positive thinking.
I love that. It's like a toy that's good for their hearts and their imaginations at the same time.
And it speaks to that growing trend of mindfulness and emotional well-being in the toy industry.
It's not just about physical development anymore. It's about nurturing those emotional and mental skills, too.
You got it. Which is so important, especially in today's world.
Totally. Okay, so we've got a wishing well that grants wishes. What other toys are out there that tap into this emotional well-being trend?
Lukey Lab has this spooky but fun board game called Go Go Ghost. Perfect for families.
Okay, tell me more. What's so spooky about it?
Well, players enter a haunted manor, and they have to try to be the first to take a photo of the ghost.
Oh, fun.
But there's a catch a light-up motorized ghost is chasing them.
Oh, no.
It's designed to get everyone involved, laughing and having a good time together.
I love that.
And speaking of fun, Zuru is coming out with these monster corns.
Monster corns. Okay, I have no idea what those are.
Well, imagine a unicorn, but with a spooky twist. They're these colorful, sparkly creatures that are part unicorn, part monster, and they're a surprise toy. There are 6 to collect, and each one comes with all these hidden surprises.
Oh, so it's like that unboxing thing.
Yes, the thrill of discovering what's inside. Plus, each monster corn comes with bat wings that kids can wear.
Oh my goodness, that's adorable.
Right. They're spooky, they're sparkly, they're full of surprises. What's not to love?
I'm sold. Okay, so we've talked about a lot of spooky, cute toys.
Yeah.
What about tech toys? What's happening on that front?
We were talking about AI earlier, and those ethical concerns, it's a tricky balance.
It is, yeah.
But one company that's doing it really well is Skyrocket. They're launching a new toy called AI Storyteller, and it's designed with safety in mind. No microphone, no camera.
Okay, that's good to hear. But if it doesn't have a microphone or camera, how does the AI actually work?
It comes with an app that has over 1,000 different icons. Kids can choose their favorites and drag and drop them to create different stories with the bear.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like they're visually writing their own stories.
Exactly. And if they want to change the story, they just squeeze the bear's foot.
That's awesome. Okay, what else is coming out?
Have you heard the rumors about this whole Sephora trend for tweens and teens?
Wait, like makeup for kids?
Yeah, there's a growing interest in personal care and beauty routines among younger demographics.
Makes sense. They see their parents, older siblings, and, of course, social media.
Exactly, all those get ready with me videos and tutorials. So it's a mix of actual makeup for kids and then toys that let them practice those routines without using real makeup.
Okay, that's a good compromise.
Right, lets them explore their creativity and have fun with those routines without exposing their skin to anything harsh.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So who's leading the way with this Sephora for kids trend?
Make It Real is one to watch.
Wow.
They have a whole line of beauty-themed toys for tweens and teens who love those Get Ready With Me videos.
Okay, what kind of toys are we talking about?
One of their coolest products is the Lights, Camera, Action Digital Creator Set. It comes with a mini working microphone, a glitter grip for their phone, a mini disco ball light, and a clip-on lens set with wide-angle, fisheye, and macro lenses.
Whoa, it's like they have their own mini production studio.
Exactly. It's all about giving them the tools to create their own Get Ready With Me videos, beauty hauls, all that.
That is so cool.
It's about tapping into that influencer culture and giving kids the power to create their own content.
Right. Okay, so beauty toys, what else is out there?
Well, even with all this tech stuff, there's still a big focus on getting kids active and outside.
Which is so important.
Absolutely. And with the 2024 Summer Olympics coming up, there's a big emphasis on sports and active play.
Right, right. So how are toy companies incorporating the Olympics into their products?
Well, it's not just about creating miniature Olympic athletes. It's more about capturing that spirit of the Olympics, that excitement, the competition, the sportsmanship,
I see.
and making it fun for all ages. Like
Okay.
Moose Toys is coming out with this hilarious new game called Pickleball Blast.
Pickleball Blast. Okay, that name alone is making me laugh. What's so funny about it?
Instead of using a regular pickleball, they have a screaming pickle that players lob back and forth.
A screaming pickle. That's amazing. Okay, I need this game.
And the gameplay is super engaging. Players use these thumb-action pickleball paddles to try and outdo their opponent by flipping pickle jar lids on the other end of the court.
That sounds like so much fun. And a good workout, too.
It is. It's a perfect example of taking a classic game and giving it a quirky, modern twist.
I love it. Okay, what else?
Nerf is taking water play to a whole new level with their Nerf Super Soaker Better Than Balloons.
Okay, better than balloons? How can anything be better than balloons for a water fight?
Well, these aren't your typical balloons. They're self-sealing pods that are engineered to stay in one piece when they burst.
No way. So they don't explode into a million little pieces.
Exactly. No more chasing tiny bits of balloon all over the yard. Plus, they can be used over and over again, so it's eco-friendly.
Okay, so they're reusable and they don't make a mess. I'm impressed.
You can pop them, stomp on them, throw them. They're super versatile.
So fun.
And it's a great way to cool off on a hot day.
It is. Okay, so we've got sustainable toys, spooky toys, tech toys, active play toys. What's next on our tour of the toy world?
Well, how about a blast from the past? Retro toys are making a comeback.
Retro toys? You mean like the toys we grew up with? Okay, now that's a trend I can definitely get behind.
Right. There's just something about those classic toys, you know? They bring back a sense of nostalgia, comfort, and toy companies are picking up on that.
Yeah, I totally get it. Who wouldn't want a little piece of their childhood back? So what kind of retro toys are we talking about here?
Well, Jack Pacific is launching a new line called Arcade Alley. It's like a fun twist on those classic arcade games we all loved.
Arcade games?
Yeah.
Seriously. That takes me back. So are we talking like full-on arcade cabinets or something a little more manageable for a home?
They actually have a whole range of sizes, everything from tabletop versions to larger scale games. Like, they even have a bowling alley.
Wait, a bowling alley arcade game? That's so cool. Family game night just got a serious upgrade.
Right, and it's not just bowling. They've got air hockey, skee ball, all those classic arcade games reimagined for the home.
That's awesome. It's like bringing the arcade experience right to your living room. Okay, so retro arcade games. What else is trending in the retro world?
Remember those collectible plush toys that were all the rage a few years back? They're back, but with a bit of a foodie twist this time around.
Foodie plush. Okay, what does that even mean?
Like plush toys that look like food. So cute.
Oh, like plush tacos and stuff?
Yes, and stackable plush Lunchables.
Stackable plush Lunchables. That's amazing. Kids are going to go nuts for those.
Right, it's like the perfect blend of cute and collectible. Plus, it plays into that whole foodie culture that's so big right now.
Totally. Okay, so retro arcade games, foodie plush. What other surprises are in store for the toy industry? What trends are you keeping your eye on?
Well, we can't talk about toy trends without mentioning the elephant in the room. Or should I say the anime in the room?
Oh yeah, anime. It's seriously everywhere these days. It's gone way beyond just a niche fandom and become a global phenomenon. So how is that impacting the toy industry?
Anime's influence is only going to keep growing, and it's not just about the typical action figures and collectibles anymore. We're seeing anime's aesthetic, the storytelling. It's really influencing all kinds of toys, plushies, games, you name it.
It's like anime is bringing this whole new level of energy and creativity to the toy world. So what are some specific examples of this anime influence?
Well, Bandai, they're one of the biggest names in anime toys, right? And they're constantly updating their lines to keep up with the latest trends. Like, they're adding new collections to their Gashapon blind bag line featuring popular shows like Chainsaw Man and Spy X Family.
Blind bags, those are always fun. It's like a surprise every time. Okay, what other companies are making a splash in the anime toy space?
Crunchyroll, the streaming service, has teamed up with Jazzwares to create a new line of anime-inspired toys and merchandise. They're calling it Total Anime.
Total anime. That sounds pretty ambitious. What kind of stuff are they releasing?
They're starting with toys, costumes, and pet products, but they have plans to expand into other categories too. And they're focusing on some of the biggest anime franchises out there, like Attack on Titan, Chainsaw Man, and My Hero Academia.
Wow, that's a pretty impressive lineup. They're definitely going after those hardcore anime fans.
They are, but they're also hoping to appeal to a wider audience. Anime has become so mainstream that even people who don't necessarily consider themselves anime fans will recognize some of these characters and shows.
That's true. Anime has definitely become a part of pop culture.
Right. And speaking of anime trends, let's talk about plushies. They're already super popular, but get ready for a wave of even more adorable anime plushies.
Oh, I'm all for that. Plushies are the best. So who's doing plushies really well in the anime world?
CL Moshim is one company to keep an eye on. They're known for their high-quality plushies, and they really capture the essence of these beloved anime characters.
So it's not just anime characters. They do other plushies too.
Yeah, they do plushies from movies, TV shows, video games, all sorts of things. But their anime plushies are especially popular. They have this really adorable, almost childlike aesthetic that people love.
I could see that. They're like the perfect mix of cute and cool. Okay, what other companies are creating those must-have anime plushies?
Yumi Toys is releasing these limited edition Spy X family plushies that are specifically designed for collectors.
Limited edition. Okay, yeah, those definitely scream collector's item.
Yeah.
What makes them so special?
Well, they're part of an exclusive designer collection, and the attention to detail is amazing. They're made with really high-quality materials.
So they're like the couture version of anime plushies.
Exactly. And then for fans of One Piece, Ekdru's Pro is releasing this awesome Luffy cable guy.
Wait, Luffy, as in from One Piece. I know people who are obsessed with that show.
It's one of the most popular anime series of all time, and Luffy's the main character. And this cable guy, it's a figure that holds your phone or game controller, but it's also super detailed, so it looks great on display.
So it's functional and collectible. Yeah, I could see that being a big hit with One Piece fans.
For sure. Now, shifting gears a bit, what about anime-inspired games? Are there any that are really making a splash?
Ooh, I'm curious about that. Are we talking games based on existing anime or completely original concepts?
Both, actually. There are companies adapting popular anime series into games, but there are also some developing original games that really capture that anime spirit. One company that's doing a fantastic job is Asmodee.
Asmodee. I think I've heard of them. What kind of games do they make?
They're known for their board games and card games, really high-quality stuff. And they've been working with some of the biggest names in anime, like their Spy X family game from last year was a massive hit, and now they're following it up with a new Hunter x Hunter strategy game.
X Hunter, another one for my list. It sounds like Asmodee is really good at taking that excitement of anime and turning it into engaging gameplay.
They are, and what's great is that their games are designed to appeal to both hardcore anime fans and people who are new to anime.
So they found that sweet spot, appealing to a wide audience without alienating the core fans.
That's impressive. Okay, so we've talked about retro toys, anime toys. What other exciting developments are happening in the toy industry? What else is catching your attention? Well, there are a few major anniversaries coming up that are going to have a big impact on the toy world.
Anniversaries. Okay, I'm all ears. Which characters or brands are we celebrating?
First up, get ready for Hello Kitty overload. Hello Kitty is turning 50 this year.
50 years. Wow, that's amazing. She's a true icon.
Right. And she's still as popular as ever. To celebrate her 50th, there's going to be a ton of new Hello Kitty stuff coming out. Toys, clothes, home goods, you name it.
Okay, I need to start making some room in my closet now.
Yeah.
What other anniversaries are we celebrating?
Get ready for some turtle power because the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are turning 40.
40 years. Man, that makes me feel old. What's Playmates Toys doing to celebrate this big milestone?
They're releasing a whole new line of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles toys that are going to be huge with kids and nostalgic adults alike.
Oh, it's awesome. I wonder if they'll bring back any of those classic 90s toys. Nostalgia is a powerful thing.
I wouldn't be surprised. Now, brace yourself for some monster mayhem because Godzilla is turning 70 this year.
Godzilla. 70 years young. That's incredible.
And to celebrate, Jada Toys just released their latest innovation, the Heat Ray Breath Godzilla RC.
Hold on. A remote-controlled Godzilla that breathes fire? I need to see this.
Well, not actual fire, but it simulates fiery breath with cool-to-the-touch water vapor.
Okay, that's still pretty awesome. What other iconic characters are having their moment in the spotlight?
Well, another beloved character is getting his own live-action movie this year, Stitch.
Stitch, as in Lilo and Stitch.
Right.
I love that little blue alien.
And to celebrate his live-action debut, there's going to be a bunch of new Stitch merch hitting the shelves. One of the cutest things I've seen is the Stitch Attack Snacks collection from Shop Disney.
Stitch Attack Snacks. Okay, that's hilarious. Tell me more.
So each month they're releasing a new Stitch plush that shows him eating a different snack. The first one is him munching on popcorn.
Oh my gosh, that is too cute. Okay, what other Disney properties are making a splash in the toy world?
There's a new animated series called Unicorn Academy that's really taking off.
Unicorn Academy. That sounds magical. What's it all about?
It's this fantasy adventure series about a group of friends who go to this magical school where they learn to ride and bond with unicorns.
Oh, that sounds amazing. It's like every little kid's dream come true.
Right. And Spin Master is launching a whole line of Unicorn Academy toys to go with the show. They even have a light-up version of the main character, Sophia's rainbow unicorn.
A light-up unicorn. That's so cool. Okay, so new shows are getting the toy treatment, but what about those classic Disney characters that never go out of style? What's happening there?
Just Play is paying tribute to those beloved characters with their new line of Star Wars Doorables.
Star Wars Doorables. Okay, I need to hear more about this. What are Doorables?
They're these adorable little collectible figures known for their cute, stylized designs. They're really popular with tweens, teens, even adult collectors.
So they're like the Funko Pops of the Disney world.
Yeah, you could say that. And the new Star Wars Adorables are going to be huge with fans. There are 10 different figures to collect, each featuring a different Star Wars character in their iconic vehicle.
Oh, that's so cool. So it's like a mini Star Wars fleet.
Exactly. And they're super detailed and well made. You can find Darth Vader in his TIE Fighter, R2-D2 in his X-Wing, Princess Leia in her land speeder. The list goes on.
Okay, I'm officially obsessed. I need to start collecting these.
And speaking of collectibles, Ravensburger, the company known for their puzzles and games, is releasing a new collectible trading card game called Disney Lorcana.
Disney Lorcana. That sounds intriguing. Tell me more.
It's a trading card game, but what makes it really special is that it features original, never-before-seen artwork from the Disney archives.
Wow, seriously. Never-before-seen artwork. That's a huge deal for Disney fans.
It is, and the gameplay is really fun and engaging. It's designed for players of all ages, and it's a great way to connect with your favorite Disney characters.
This is like a collectible card game, but with a Disney twist. I love it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's already generating a lot of buzz among collectors and Disney fans.
I can see why. It's like the perfect combination of nostalgia, collectability, and that magical Disney touch. Are there any other Disney-themed games on the horizon?
Ravensburger is also releasing a new board game called Chronicles of Light, Darkness Falls, the Disney Edition.
Okay, another Disney game. I'm definitely interested. What's this one all about?
It's a role-playing, storytelling, cooperative game that lets players experience their favorite Disney heroines in a whole new way. Players work together to complete missions and defeat villains, all while experiencing those classic Disney stories from a new perspective.
Disney heroines. That's fantastic. Which heroines are featured in the game?
It includes both classic princesses like Cinderella and Snow White, and newer heroines like Moana and Raya.
I love that. It's a celebration of all those strong, inspiring female characters that Disney has given us over the years.
Exactly. And what's even cooler is that the game was fully designed and illustrated by a women-led team.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so inspiring to see more women in the gaming industry creating games that are both fun and empowering.
Totally agree. Now, switching gears a bit, Let's talk about a game that's taking the online world by storm, Pet Simulator.
Pet Simulator, I've heard of that. Is that the one on Roblox?
You got it. It's one of the most popular games on Roblox, and it's only getting bigger in 2024 with new content, new ways to play, and even more collectible characters.
Okay, for those of us who aren't familiar with Roblox, can you explain what Pet Simulator is all about?
It's basically a virtual pet game where players can collect, trade, and train all these adorable pets.
Oh, so it's like those old school virtual pet games, but on a much grander scale.
Exactly. And the graphics are amazing, the pets are super cute and detailed, and there are all sorts of different worlds to explore.
I can see why it's so popular. It's like having a whole virtual menagerie at your fingertips.
Right. And toy companies are taking notice. They're realizing that these online games have huge potential for translating into real-world toy sales. So they're finding ways to bridge the gap between the digital and physical worlds.
That's really interesting. So how are they doing that?
Well, Fat Mojo is one company that's doing it really well. They've become a go-to partner for a lot of these Roblox games. They're making toys that bring those digital characters and that online gameplay into the real world.
Okay, so what kind of toys are we talking about here?
For Pet Simulator, they're releasing these lucky blocks that kids can use to unlock special surprises.
Lucky blocks. That sounds fun.
Oh.
What kind of surprises are we talking about?
Well, when you open the blocks, they reveal graphics and accessories that kids can use to decorate and personalize their playsets. Plus, they come with these exclusive pets that have special features.
So they're taking those digital collectibles and making them physical. I love it.
Exactly. And they're even including DLC codes that kids can use to unlock special content in the actual Pet Simulator game.
Wow, that's really clever. It's like one seamless play experience that goes from the digital world to the physical world.
And that's just one example of how toy companies are using technology to make play even more fun and engaging for kids.
It's amazing to see all the creativity and innovation happening in the toy industry. It's like a whole new world of play has opened up. So what's next? What are your predictions for the future of toys?
Yeah, it's exciting. There are so many new developments, and I think we can safely say the future of toys is full of potential. We're probably going to see even more tech integration, a deeper commitment to sustainability, and a greater focus on inclusivity and representation.
It seems like the toy industry is on the verge of a major transformation. What specific trends are you most excited about?
I'm really interested to see how this underconsumption core trend plays out. As people become more conscious of what they buy, I think we'll see a shift towards toys that offer lasting value. Toys that are durable, can be used in lots of ways, and can be enjoyed for years and years.
That makes sense. It's about quality over quantity, investing in things that will last. I bet this trend will lead to some really cool new designs. What kind of innovations are you picturing?
Well, maybe we'll see more toys that embrace that weathered, almost used look. Think about it. Toys designed to look old or worn on purpose.
Interesting.
It would challenge our idea of what a new toy should look like. It goes along with that whole appreciation for vintage and antique items.
I like that. It's like finding beauty in imperfection.
Yeah.
And it connects to that desire for authenticity and a link to the past.
Yeah.
What other trends are you excited about?
I'm also curious to see how tech keeps being woven into toys. Technology has so much potential to make play even better, but we need to use it thoughtfully. We want toys that spark creativity, problem solving, social interaction, not just passive screen time.
Right. It's about tech that supports and adds to traditional play, not replaces it.
Yeah.
Are there any tech toys that are doing this well right now?
We already talked about the AI storytelling toys and AR games. Those are good examples of using technology to make exciting, enriching experiences for kids. I think we'll see a lot more of that. Toys that blend the physical world with the digital world.
Wow. It's incredible to think about the possibilities. The future of play is looking really bright. Before we wrap up this deep dive, I have one last question.
Shoot.
We spent a lot of time talking about all these positive trends, but are there any challenges facing the toy industry that you think need to be addressed?
One big challenge is sustainability. A lot of companies are taking steps in the right direction, trying to be more eco-friendly, but there's still a long way to go.
Right.
The toy industry still uses a ton of plastic. Figuring out how to cut down on plastic waste and switch to more sustainable materials is so important.
You're so right. It's a complex issue. What can toy companies and consumers do to address it?
Companies can look into other materials that are more affordable, but also durable and good for the planet. They could also focus on making toys that can be used in multiple ways and are built to last.
Makes sense.
And consumers can support companies that are committed to sustainability. Plus, they can teach their kids about reducing waste and recycling.
Yeah, it's all about making thoughtful choices and building a culture of sustainability. That includes the toys we buy for our kids. Are there any other challenges that stand out to you?
The fact that technology changes so quickly is a big challenge. Toy companies have to stay ahead of the game, creating innovative and engaging products, but they also have to be aware of the potential downsides of new technologies.
We already discussed some of the ethical questions around AI in toys and the importance of keeping kids' data safe. It's essential that toy companies make those things a priority and use technology in a way that helps kids grow and develop.
I completely agree. And finally, we need to make sure that all kids have equal access to these new tech advancements. We don't want a situation where only kids from wealthy families can experience the latest tech toys. Equity and access are so important.
That's a great point. Overall, though, it sounds like the future of toys is really promising. The industry is innovating, facing its challenges head-on, and adapting to a changing world.
I agree. There's always something new and exciting happening in the world of toys. It reflects our culture, our values, even our dreams. It's a reminder that play is crucial no matter how old we are.
This deep dive has been eye-opening. I've learned so much about the things that influence the toy industry, and I'm inspired to rediscover my own sense of play.
That's fantastic to hear. And remember, play isn't just about having fun. It's about learning, growing, connecting with others, and making the world a better place.
Well said. Thanks for joining me on this amazing journey through the world of toys.
It's been a pleasure. And to our listeners, next time you're in a toy store, take a second to appreciate the creativity, passion, and hard work that goes into making these toys. Every toy has a story and the potential to spark joy, wonder, and imagination.
That's beautiful. Until next time, happy playing, everyone.